Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining us this morning. At 9 o'clock a.m., we will close our social media and continue on Zoom only. Join us by getting your Zoom link at elizabethvisionaryconference.org. We'll be there until 10 a.m. You can join us now, and we'll see you in Elizabeth's Zoom room. Today, your hosts are at Peace Nikita and Danyelle Claxton. Enjoy. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Well, Danielle, I know you had an exciting weekend.
Yes, I'm still here. So I leave today. So I'm coming to you live from Texas.
Oh, cool.
I'm in a part exactly called Sugarland.
Sugarland?
Sugarland, Texas. It's right outside of Texas, like Southfield. So it looks like Farmington Hills. It's definitely man-made. You can tell everything over here is man-made. But the hotel that I'm at, it's right along. I have the water right in front of me. I don't care if it's man-made or not, but it is absolutely but it's amazing. But yes, I had an amazing weekend this weekend. Got a lot of knowledge. It was nice to be in the room with a lot of like-minded people. I'm sorry, I was looking for the sugar. I don't see it. Met a lot of people who I've been watching online. So it's really cool to actually finally put people's faces to their name. Bridget, I think I might have an event for you. I gotta talk to you.
I would love
the company that I came down here for is called Tava, which means ARC. It's a Black-owned company. It's the first Black-owned MLM. How about that? Okay. So the guy that started it, his name is Kenny Lloyd, and him and his wife Shantae made their money, their millions, over at another company called TLC. You probably heard of TLC with the skinny tea and everything like that.
Yeah.
So the company is only 3 years old, officially 3 years old. Their products are freaking amazing. And just the knowledge that was in the bed. Kenny's actually from Detroit.
Really?
Yes. So I pitched to his wife because I had a nice sit down. I felt, I sat down with a Black millionaire. Seriously. I had a nice conversation. She's just as sweet as she can be, just as down earth as can be. And I was like, so I heard that Kenny hasn't been home in a while. You see, Detroit was represented very well at the convention. I was like, I think they need to do a Tava homecoming. I'm just saying.
Right.
You know. And so she was like, well, you can put that together. Okay, I know I'm gonna have to create a team because I know I'm not gonna be able to put that one together by myself. But definitely need to sit down with you and at least create a proposal, because I want it to be definitely summertime, definitely be big. Like I said, he hasn't been home. He was home a few weeks ago, but prior to that, he hadn't really been home. And I'm like, I think that's something that could be put together. And then these are people who, how can I say this? We just come up with a budget. That's it.
Well, while you're talking, I envision in the summer, if he hasn't been home in a while, downtown Detroit. There are so many hotels. There's also, we've got, it's the Huntington now, one of their conference centers. When you get home, let's sit down. Yeah, let us definitely talk.
Let's sit
down. Let's sit down over some food and
no, we can sit down over CBD coffee.
We will sit down over CBD coffee and we will have a conversation. And you are sitting in the city I almost moved to 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I am, I'm from Louisiana. So the majority of my family, a lot of my family, not the majority, a lot of them have migrated into Texas. So they are all in the suburbs outside of Texas. And they started convincing us after my parents passed, we're the only ones here in the North. Everyone is in the South. And they were like, come home. And so I went and I looked in Sugar Land, and God has a way of letting you know when it's not for you to move, because literally I saw the car carriers, I had everything lined up, and they got hit with a couple of tornadoes back to back, including one that happened at night that has never happened before. And I was like, thank you, that's my sign. I'm not but
I
got it. I got it.
I definitely know I have business. I have more business down here because headquarters is down here.
Mhm.
When I say to see a Black-owned company being ran legitly,
Yes.
properly, and is prosperous and very prosperous and abundant. I don't know if you heard my story last week, but I got blessed coming down here. I didn't pay any money of my own money to come down here. But because I had a series of circumstances happen back to back to back, I just kept my faith. It was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get down to Houston, but I'm going down to Houston. So they have something called the Wealth Builders, 120 Wealth Builders. It's distributors who are able to buy 120 volume points. Let's just say maybe like $200-300 product monthly, which is like a sow and a seed investment into the business. They sponsored people who was having trouble to come down here. So there was no shame in my game. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm coming down here. I need help. So I got the pride issue. Was like, I don't need help. I need some help. And got down here immediately when the conference started. I was volunteered. I was asked to be of service. So if somebody, blesses you to go somewhere, you don't sit there and be like, no, I can't. I'm like, what do you need? I've worked the store. I did everything from working the store to being a coffee girl for some VIPs, to being the water girl, to being the shop girl, whatever they needed, I was there. And like I said, the whole experience, if you check out my page, I think Saturday morning, I don't know what happened. We went from having breakfast to having a high vibration or something before everything got started. And it was,
I checked it out. You guys went from having breakfast to a revival.
Organically. Yes. And that's exactly what it is. It's like, it was definitely revival. Met some wonderful people here, got some good connections. I'm so happy that this happened. I'm coming back to Detroit on fire. And I'm hitting up everybody. Get a liquid vitamin, buy a tea, get some CBD called. Oh, I thought of you, Miss Mama Sheila. They came out with 2 brand new products, and one of them is called Sexy. This is a CBD supplement. So there's no THC, but a CBD. Girl, they made Jello shots with this. We were all feeling good Saturday night. 25%, 25 milligrams of CBD. So it's like you just, that miso, that energy drink that you just put into your drink, you just put into your drink. So this is supposed to be a 30-day supply, and it's supposed to make you loose and feel good, and it's a mood stimulant is what they call it. So, yeah, got some things going on, but I'm so happy to be here, and I'm glad to be coming to you live from Sugar Land, Texas.
Yeah, right on. At peace, grand rising, sweetie. I saw you looking all fly.
I saw that hair.
I know, right? Yeah, she looked like an entrepreneur.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Hello.
I look like an entrepreneur today.
Yeah, you got your all your all your
Grandiose.
your smart energy all up in your hair and stuff, reaching out.
Got my Leo going.
Leo.
How y'all feeling this morning?
Great. Had you met Bridget?
Nope. Hey, Bridget.
Hey,
At peace. Yeah.
From one Leo to another. Good morning, grand rising.
Hey, how are you?
I am great.
Good. Well, welcome to Mommy Mogul Mindset Monday. I want to first start before anything. I want to say thank you to Danielle for holding it up for me last week. Thank you, Danielle.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Good
that.
show.
Yeah, I've just been like trying to juggle this new everything that's happening. I got a new car, so that's giving me a new freedom.
Oh, wow, nice.
So I've been enjoying driving the new whip.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So
So
good.
yeah, so things have been moving. I've just been really busy. But I'm happy to be here today. Hey everybody, welcome to Mommy Mogul Mindset Mondays, where we talk about being a mommy of anything, whether it's your family, whether it's an idea, a lifestyle, a dream that you have. There's something that you're nurturing as a woman. And we want you to have the mogul mindset, the mindset of unlimited success. You can have whatever it is that you are envisioning as long as you're willing to work it out and do the steps, right? And that takes a certain mindset. So over here, we talk about having the mindset to be the mogul, to be the awesome mother, to be the phenomenal goddess woman that you are. So welcome, Bridget. You Bridget, right?
Yes.
Okay, welcome Bridget
Thank you.
to Mommy Mogul Mindset Mondays, and my co-host Danyelle Claxton, who's already been sharing all of her wonderful adventures from this weekend. You were on my mind, sis. I was thinking about you this weekend. I was like, I wonder what Danyelle is doing. Oh, it's so sunny there. You know, you crossed my mind over the weekend, so I'm glad you had a good time.
Oh, I had a great time. First time, moment I got touched down here, found a vegan spot. Oh my God. Thought food was so freaking good. I'm like, yeah, this is it's nice down here. It's very nice. It's crowded. I will say that much. It's
I
way
remember the days when Detroit used to be that bustling city like that, where the freeways were always crowded and there was always a ton of people everywhere you went. It's like you don't even get to if you weren't here for it, then you have no clue what I'm talking about. But Detroit used to be that way. I remember those days. Yeah, I went to Chicago last weekend. Same thing. It was like, oh, that's right. There are still big cities around here. You know, there are places where people are just everywhere. You don't get to really experience that in Detroit like we used to. So that's good. You met some really cool people.
I met some phenomenal people, and I learned a lot. This is one of the biggest things. What is it? I served. I didn't know I was going to be of service, but
Yeah, I heard you say that earlier. You were serving.
I served and got served, and I didn't realize from the organization that I'm in, like people watching. Like there was a lot of people that came up to me and they knew exactly who I was from my social media presence, and I'm just looking like, oh, okay, I must be doing something. I mean, it's just I like what they're doing here, and it's showing me that it's when we come together as Black people with a passion and a purpose, we can do anything. We don't have to have the inbreeding and the fighting and all this other stuff. I'm like, this was a wonderful weekend. I finally got a chance to meet my CEO up close and personal. And the first time I met him Saturday, he was running around. I was like, Mr. Lloyd, I'm not gonna take up your time. I just wanted to tell you a good morning and a hearty what up though. So that was my way of letting him know.
What up though? He
what
know
up
what
though?
up though.
And later on that day, he came back to check on me. He was like, I just wanted to let you know what up. I was like, okay, we got a connection now. But this was amazing. Yeah. And they're also doing a regional cruise in April. I'm already claiming I'm on that ship. That's just the bottom line. We there. We already there. And like I said, I learned a lot, not just to apply to the travel business, but just apply to a business overall. So yeah, this was well worth it. And I'm glad I extended it coming in a day early and leaving a day later, so I could get some rest and relaxation and me time and sort all this stuff out. And I'm like, okay, I like this. I need to do this more often. I will be doing this more often. So I'm coming back with fire, lots of fire. I'm already fire, but more fire. And
more fire.
More fire. Be ready. Be ready. When they say prepare to be sick of me, prepared to be sick of me because we about to do some things or something. So I'm so happy. I even invited some of what they call the Tava Angels. I actually got called the Tava Angel. I was like, I'll receive that. That's a possibility, but it's the customer service of Tava. So I sent out a shout out to a few sisters to see if they hop on, just to see what we do and how we do it. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm just thoroughly excited.
I'm so excited. I just can't.
And I'm coming back with. It's funny that you do that too, because that song and New Attitude by Patti LaBelle have been my theme songs all this weekend.
Yeah, that is the attitude song.
Oh
That's
yeah,
wonderful.
I'm like,
I know. I got a new attitude.
yes, I do, ma'am. Yes,
That's
I do.
awesome. Well, I'm super glad and super grateful. I look forward to hearing more about your excursions and your adventures.
Yay.
And since we're on that tip, I might as well just jump on in there. Like I mentioned before, I have started a new business called Miracles and Blessings in All Things Spiritual. Detroit Healing Womb Works is also there. So it's a space, a spiritual space for anyone who is on their spiritual path, looking for tools, looking for tips, looking for ways in which to enrich their spiritual path. They can come see us and we will do our best to serve you. So with that being said, a lot of things have been changing, and one of those things is my schedule and my ability to do certain things. And one of those things is Grand Rising Elizabeth. So although it's been an amazing experience, it's opened me up in ways that I never thought possible. I am going to have to move on from this seat and bless someone else with this seat on Monday mornings. It will not be at Peace Makita after next week. I am, just moving on and focusing more on my entrepreneurship endeavors with my business and the things that I want to create there. So I'm not sure what the future will hold for Monday mornings. I'm sure it'll be just as fabulous and wonderful and great as it's been since April, but Mommy Mogul Mindset will no longer be here on Monday mornings after next Monday. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you all. We're moving on to bigger and better. Grand Rising Elizabeth is moving on to bigger and better because I'm sure y'all gonna have somebody just as great and phenomenal in this slide. So I'm looking forward to seeing who it is. I'll still be chiming in with you guys on some mornings at 8 a.m. I'll be chiming in, still seeing what's going on, but I will not be hosting. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that, put that out there. Let's enjoy each other today and next Monday. Next Monday is Halloween, so go ahead and wear your costumes, get dressed up, be your ultra ego self. Even if you don't celebrate Halloween, nobody asked for all of that, okay? All we ask you is to come out and play a little bit, have some fun, and be a kid. So even if you want to just, paint your face, go ahead and do that for next Monday when we meet here for Mommy Mogul Mindset at 8 a.m. All right, so today we are still on our series. Our series for the month of October is What I Wish I Knew, honey. Whew. So we talked about what I wish I knew in my 20s, what I wish I knew in my 30s, what I wish I knew in my 40s will be here today. What I wish I knew in my 40s. And so, yes, we are going to need some sisters to chime in who have gone ahead and turned that curve past 40. Give us the tea, honey. Let us know what we're looking forward to. Okay, and for those who are approaching 40, then those of us who are in the 40s will definitely have some things to share with you this morning. So that's what we're talking about this morning, but we always start with a meditation and checking in with everyone. I know I came on just a little bit late, but I do want to take the time to check in with everybody so you can give us a word or you can give us a couple sentences. What's been going on in your world? How was your weekend? Have you been able to apply any of the things that we talked about? Let's go ahead and have a quick chat. So who do we have on here? Mama Evelyn, is she on here? I think I saw her this morning. Yeah. Hey, Mama Evelyn. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
How you been? I feel like I haven't seen you on forever.
What you want? One word? Is that what it is?
Whatever you feel like giving, honey. It's up to you. What you feeling like?
Blessed.
I received
Blessed
that.
to have made it through that walk on Saturday.
What happened Saturday?
We went. We
What
went
y'all
to
get it? What y'all done
what was that?
did?
The tour with
Sharon Sexton,
Sharon.
historical tour of Detroit.
Oh,
A
And they
black,
had y'all
a
walking.
black. Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking. But I made it. I didn't go. I didn't go through to the second park, but I made it downtown and then walked over to the church. But I was like, "What were you thinking?"
I
And
said, you
no,
thought,
you ain't
I
walk.
said, you thought it was one of those that you're going to sit down and all that,
I
you
think
know.
that's what I thought. I thought we'd sit by the water and she talked.
Ah,
And she started walking, and she's very, very super animated, just super animated. She's a storyteller to the T of what storytelling is, you know, and she was just talking about the history of Detroit and how we've been bamboozled and stuff, you know, and this was used to be this, and now it's, and how she, you know, has to you know, they don't refurbish things downtown, the statues and stuff, and you just begin to see all the things, the statues and stuff falling apart. But she broke that stuff down. That girl, whew, she was good. She was good. Her name is Sharon Sexton. She was on Friday. She was on the show, and so yeah, the tour was amazing, and it was a lot of walking because we walked all downtown. And that's what threw Mama Evelyn. She said, "What? I don't walk."
Mama Evelyn. Oh, girl,
I should walk, but but as long as I was able to sit down every little while,
Yeah.
and I wasn't very sore or anything. I was just tired when I got home, but as long as I'm able to sit after a while, I'm good.
Yeah, good.
But it was
maybe
nice
that'll
being
jumpstart some
downtown.
stuff. Maybe that'll jumpstart some stuff and you'll start walking a little more.
If it's a safe place down there, I wouldn't walk around here. People got their dogs all loose and stuff. I don't do that.
We gotta pick you up and bring you to the Riverwalk or bring you to Belle-Isle.
Yeah, we're supposed to go to Charity Motors and look at the cars there.
I got a good car from Charity Motors years ago. It's just a matter of what you're looking for and knowing what you want. That's it. And I went in there and I got me a really good car for $500. I drove that car through 3 different states. I had it for like 3 years. So you can get a good car there.
Yeah,
that's
just
good.
need a guy to go with us to check it out.
Yeah,
I
make
don't
sure.
know what I'm.
Well, you don't want my husband going. If it's a piano, if it was a piano, yeah, he'd go with you. He would know, but not a car. So he did good. He did good on this last. Well, he did take somebody with him though. So, and the one that he's got, he really went through the checklist to make sure, and it runs good. So, yeah.
Yeah, your car be tooling around here very well.
Philip used to base on the car, would pick a car based on the sound system with a hole down in the bottom.
Oh, Lord.
Like the
Oh, wow.
But the sound system was great. We had to stop the car with putting our foot down on.
What? You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
You do not want Philip. Oh, but he has learned his lessons, and he really did a good job on picking this car out and paying cash for it. So he was really focused. I was very, very, very proud of my husband.
Well, Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Anybody else want to check in and share how they're feeling? We see how you feeling, Queen Aduni, so we got you on that. Bridget, is there anything you would like to share before we get started?
I am feeling, I guess my word for today is excited. And it's really the word for the week. It's excited. I am also a business owner, so I did a lot of planning and working on things this weekend and outlining events, starting to outline events for 2023 and getting things, how to get things underway and who I need to reach out to this week. So my feeling for today and this week is excited.
What's your business? What do you do?
I am an event planner and an event host. So I am the founder and creator of Precious Night Event Supper Club and Live Entertainment that specializes in jazz entertainment in Oakland County. I am also the owner and creator of Precious Night Events, Event Management, LLC. So floral design, and I'm a wedding officiant and starting to work on, I'm a notary public. And so I'm starting to work on things for people who are having destination weddings and things that they need to, paperwork that they need to have done if they're going out of the state or bringing family into the state from other countries. So a lot of work this weekend, but looking excited and looking forward to 2023.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much. Well, we will touch and agree with all of that, honey, because that right there is what I like hearing. I like talking about that stuff and being in that energy. So yes, period. That's what's up. Thank you so much. All right, so I think we got everybody. Danyelle checked in, Sheila and Mama Evelyn checked in, Bridget. Okay, so.
Bomani?
Oh, is Bomani here? I can't see everybody.
Bomani.
Hey, Bomani, what would you like to share with us this morning?
All is well, Grand Rising sisters.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
All right, so we're gonna step off into, did you have something, Queen? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say for Mama Omani that we were given one word or one statement about for today.
I'm reflective.
Reflective. Okay.
Ashe. All right, well, let's get right into our meditation for today. Our meditation for today. Our meditation. Meditation. Elevation. Creation. It's all one word, but it means so much in the elevation. Say no, stop. All right, so I don't have a particular meditation, pre-recorded meditation set up for you guys today. It's going to be moi. It's going to be guiding you through your meditation. So we always have meditation here because why? Meditation is really an essential part to your success. What you're meditating on is an essential part to your success. What is it that you are dwelling on? What is it that you are giving your most concentrated efforts to? And since most of us spend a lot of time, and really it's kind of hard to be away from it in this society, in Western society, but most of us spend a lot of time giving concentrated effort and energy to other people's problems, to things that we don't necessarily need, or it's not actually feeding our soul or serving our purpose or anything like that. It's just kind of here, or AKA distractions. We spend a lot of energy and time on distractions. Now, I personally feel like it's part of the human experience to be distracted. It's part of how our mind works, right? You only gonna be able to hold your attention on something for so long. I mean, even the Buddhist monks, they meditate for hours, but they still have to take a break. So, but putting that concentrated effort on something positive, something that is feeding your soul, something that is actually purposeful, is going to serve you. It's going to actually get you where you want to go a lot quicker than spending our energy and time, concentrated effort, focus on things that are not serving us. And so meditation is very important. Even if you just spend 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes will change your entire life. It will shift. It'll shift in vibration. It will shift in frequency. So not to get too far off into physics, but we are all energy. We are all frequency. And most of us here know this. But those of you who may be watching live or who may watch this video later, you're an energy pole, honey. That's all you are. You're just made up of a ball of energy, and energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It is here. It is here. Everything that you see, touch, and feel is made up of energy. All right. So if you are energy and I am energy, energy has polarities, right? And those polarities either come together or they repel, right? And so as we are emitting or giving off energy and as we're receiving energy, it'll do you very well to be conscious of that, to be aware of it, even for 5 minutes out of the day. It will change your entire life. I'm telling you from what I know. Like the Jamaicans say, serious thing, serious thing. It will change so much of your perspective, giving yourself 5 minutes out of a 24-hour day. That's what I like to say. Give yourself 5 minutes out of a 24-hour day to actually sit with yourself and think about what you're thinking about, man. Like, did you choose those thoughts today? How do you know if you never sat with yourself and actually listened to yourself? It's not as scary as you think. You will be amazed at how many people are terrified of meditation. They are not going there, sis. What? Going in the dark reservoirs of my subconscious. Oh, I could never do that. Let me tell you something. We live in a culture that's light. Oh, let's focus on the light. Ooh, the light. Be the light. Oh, the light. Bring out the light. Okay. But there is no light without darkness. They come together. They are one and the same. And so until you, as a soul, are willing to not only shine your light, but also visit your shadow, go into those darker reservoirs of yourself, of your mind, of your being, until you can actually do that, do you really know your light? Do you really know this light that you're looking to shine on the world? Do you know it if you're not willing to go to the place where it comes from, which is darkness? So yeah, I could go there, we could go there. We're not gonna do that today. I want to give y'all a little taste of where we're going with this and why meditation is so important. It's not a hoodoo voodoo, and even if it was, so what? Hoodoo voodoo has its place too, okay? We have to really start to own the entire spectrum of who we are as soul beings. We must. It's the only way you're going to be at peace. It's the only way you're going to elevate. The only way. You have to embrace the whole of you. And so meditation, taking that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, a weekend, because you can actually go on meditation retreats where you don't talk for a whole weekend. A whole weekend. You are just with you, bro. It will change your life, okay? I'm just telling you. Sit with yourself for a whole weekend. No distractions. Can you do it? Can you do it?
So peace, is that is that self, the little s or the big S?
Good question. The self. Well, actually, both of them gonna be there. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. Both of them show up. And they have to work it out, honey. It's like Jesus and the devil in the desert, honey. Got to work it out. Yeah, the little self and the big self show up. and they have a conversation. And to me, that is what meditation is. It is a conversation between your soul and your ego. Let's sit down and have a cup of tea and chop it up, talk for a minute. Because your ego is not evil. I'm gonna say that one more time. Your ego is not evil, as some would have you to believe in society. Oh, the ego. We gotta get rid of the ego. Oh, the ego. The ego. And I was on that tip. When I first started this new thought journey of spirituality, I'm living in Miami, I'm going to a new thought church, I'm learning the Bible in a new way, I'm learning how to see life in a new way, the spirituality and, you know, the Michael Beckwiths of the world were showing up, and I met Lisa Nichols, and, you know, I'm just like, yes, this is it. Okay? And it is it. But it's not all. It's not all. Yes, there are times when your ego has no place, your small self has no place, no business being in the conversation. There are times when that happens. But the ego is not evil. What I had to learn on that journey is that no matter how hard I tried, it was my second time reading the Eckhart Tolle book, The Power of Now. I was reading that book for the second time, and some new thoughts came to me, and I'm just like, no matter what we do, though, the ego is going to be with you. That's what that book teaches you. The ego is part of you. It's who you are too. It's not bad. It's not out to get you. The ego is not wrong. The ego serves so many wonderful purposes. The ego is why I showed up like this today, honey. I love my ego. Me and my ego get along great. Because her and I have had a conversation, we built a relationship, and we understand each other a whole lot better than we had in the past. There are times when she shows up as she should. And there's many times when she should not. And that's when my soul self has to step in and be like, girl, have several seats. We're not doing that today. And so when we learn to have that relationship with ourselves, when we learn to embrace the whole of who we are, you will have a totally different life experience. You will see things differently. You will have more peace. You will be able to flow in a way that many people just won't. They unfortunately will not have the opportunity to do in this life anyway. I don't know why it's that way. I stopped asking, it's none of my business. But what I do know is that when you choose, it's a choice, and when you choose to sit with yourself for 5 minutes out of the day, 10 minutes out of the day, 30 minutes out of the day, first of all, it will enlighten you. You will find more light going into the darkness. And 2, it will become a way of life. You'll be doing it while you're walking down the street, washing dishes, driving in your car, having a conversation. Like, the presence will always be there, the presence of your wholeness, of your Holy Spirit will begin to manifest. So we can go deeper off into that conversation after we sit with ourselves for just a few moments, and we're gonna go in the raw. This is what I call meditation in the raw. Because if you can do it in the raw, baby, you know, you can do anything as you do it in the raw, okay? So we're gonna do it just in the raw. What does that mean? That means that while Bomani is twisting her hair, while I'm sitting here sipping my tea, while you're sitting there doing whatever it is you're doing, Bridget working on her assignments, Danyelle loves to be on her digital devices. Whatever it is that you're choosing to do in this moment, because it's always about your choice. Choose it, own it, be present with it. I'm gonna do that for 5 minutes. After about 1.5 minutes, you're gonna feel something. You're gonna feel something, I'm just telling you right now, about 1.5 minutes of not talking, of being fully present in the moment, which is where God lives, okay? Doing this, about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, that ego gonna start tugging on you. Well, shouldn't we be doing this? And shouldn't we be talking about that? And da-da-da-da-da-da, and don't you wanna say this? And why? And I don't like being here, and da-da-da-da, and remember when she said this, and da-da-da-da. That's the ego's conversation. Loves to chatter, loves to talk. And it's okay. You can't change that. What you can do is you can, I don't want to say control it, but you can lead it and guide it in a way that it doesn't take over. Okay? You can allow your ego to just be there while you are still present and available in your soul space. So that's what we're going to practice today. Some of you may know how to do this very well, and you can teach the rest of us. And some of us are still learning, and that's fine too. And some of us have never done this before. So that's going to be an experience in itself. But I want you to practice and feel what it feels like to be present and in the moment, wherever you are on the planet, for 5 minutes. No distractions. You get to choose. If that phone rings, you get to choose to pick it up. You get to choose to invite that energy into your present moment. That's where your power is, in your choice. So we're going to practice that for just 5 minutes. So there's no talking during this time. You are completely present and available. Somebody comes in the room, you are aware of their presence, but you are not giving your energy away to that presence. You're not, for 5 minutes, okay? We have any questions before we get started? Going once, going twice. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna keep the time. Oh, it's 8:45, perfect timing. All right, here we go. Take a deep breath, inhaling through your nose. Gently exhaling out your mouth. Inhaling through your nose. And just feel the presence of this moment, exhaling out your mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose, taking in the presence of this moment wherever you are, feeling what you feel, and on your exhale, allowing your energy to surrender to the earth, to make that connection, to allow gravity to do its job. Now, some of you may choose to just sit with your eyes closed, which is fine. Some of you may choose to look ahead of you at an object in front of you at eye level and just rest your gaze right there. That's fine. Some of you may choose to move around and engage in things and activities while it's fine. That's fine too. The power in this moment is where you are placing your attention. Are you aware of where you are placing your attention in this moment? Breathing as your anchor and your umbilical cord. So as your mind begins to wander off, as it will do, you're going to gently bring it back with your breath, inhaling and exhaling, finding your rhythm until you are back in your present moment. The other way you can do that is to intentionally look at things that are surrounding you right now. You may see them every day, but this moment you are going to intentionally pay attention, directly concentrated to that particular object. You're going to learn something new about your surroundings in this moment. So you have a plethora of choices. You can change them up, interchange them as we go along. The sound of my voice and the sound around you, that is your music. So find the melody. There's always music playing in the background, always. Find the rhythm. Where's the bass line? Where's the drum line? Find the rhythm. Or just take the sounds out from the sounds around you and create your own rhythm. You always have choices. 5 minutes, starting now, inhaling, exhaling, anchoring yourself, and enjoy these next 5 minutes. I'll keep the time. 1 minute left. Inhaling gently through your nose, exhaling out your mouth. Signal to yourself that it is now time to return to 3D. Return to alpha mind. Inhaling and exhaling. Return. Return. Slowly and gently wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly and gently roll your shoulders back. Slowly and gently open your eyes. Feel what it feels like to take your time. Welcome back. Now take this time, you can either write down messages that you've gotten, or I want you to just take a moment, placing your hand over your heart chakra, right over left. Just breathe here for a moment. And when you're ready, you're welcome to share anything that may have come up for you during your meditation. Go ahead and share that with the group. If there's anything in your heart that you feel led to share, share it at this time. All right. Give you about 1 more minute to write down anything that you need to write down. Share anything you want to share. 1 minute. All right. All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, ladies. Okay, so we're about to get started with our discussion for today. I hope everyone got something delicious out of the meditation. If it's a new experience for you, I hope that it was something that you really could learn from. If you'd like to find out more about how to do it, or if you want more one-on-one instruction or personalized instruction, then make sure you give me a call or get in touch with me, and I would love to do one-on-ones with you. All right, so let's get started. We're going to talk today about what I wish I knew in my 40s. Yes, when you get 40 years old, there's still things you have to learn. As long as you're on this planet and in this body, you will be learning. And so today is no different. We're going to talk about what I wish I knew in my 40s. So before we get started, go ahead and write down just 3 things, 3 to 5 things that you wish you knew in your 40s. Yes, I'm gonna push you a little bit. Go grab that first thing, because I can think of my first thing that I wish I knew in my 40s. But what else? What is it that you can pass on as pearls or jewels of wisdom to the next generation? What is it that you wish you knew in your 40s?
You're 1 year into your 40s.
Huh?
If you're only a year into your 40s.
Okay.
Because I'm,
You can still share.
I'm only, I just,
You can
I just
write
got my
down
toe
what
in
you
here,
want to
so
know. You can write down what you want to ask someone who's in their 40s.
okay.
What would you like to know about turning 40? And for those of you who are watching live, thank you so much for watching us. We will be coming off of here live in the next couple minutes, so make sure that you get the Zoom link, go on the website, www.elizabethvisionaryconference.org, and click the link so you can continue the conversation with us in the Zoom room. All right, but thank you so much for joining us live. We will be logging off at 9 a.m. So if you have your list, go ahead and get ready to share it. So is anyone, do I have any hands raised? Does anyone have what they are, or I can go first if that was more comfortable for everyone. Is there anyone that's ready to share their list? Oh, everybody's still working on it. Okay, work that list out, man. You better work it out. I love it. Yes, y'all know I'm a teacher. I like to see my students working diligently and hard on their assignments. Good job. What is it that you wish you knew in your 40s? Or like Danyelle said, if you're coming around that bend to your 40s, what is it that you would like to know about turning 40? All right. One more minute. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, everyone will share in this conversation. This part of the conversation, everyone will share. So go ahead and get your list ready. Okay. Would anyone like to go first? Or would you like me to break the ice and jump on in there? All right, Miss Queen Aduni. Oh, unmute yourself, my love. There you go.
Yeah. So my 3 things are wisdom, that I knew how to walk in more wisdom, that I understand my body, and what my body was going through, and signs, the things that were happening in my life that I didn't know was happening, that I can read the signs.
Did that come with wisdom?
That would
I
come
feel like
with
signs and wisdom go together.
Yeah.
And do you think you, like if you had the wisdom and you knew about signs in your 20s, how would that have changed things? Or what would have changed the most?
In my 20s or 40s?
If you had the wisdom and the reading of the signs in your 20s, what would have been a major change that would have happened for you? Like some people say, oh, if I had known, if I had the wisdom back then, I would have traveled more before I had children, or I
I
would
was
have.
I was about to say I would have traveled.
Well, you know I'm psychic, right?
Yeah, I would have checked. Cause I told Fame if I had not hooked up with Philip, we would have been traveling. We would have been traveling. We'd have lived in a lot of places and stuff.
Okay, all right. So you can still have a version of that now, though.
Oh yeah, it's going down, boo.
I love it.
It's
All
being
right,
put
and
in
you got your
place right
grandbaby
now.
stuff. Awesome.
But yeah, my prayer is about the wisdom and yeah.
Ashe. That's definitely a juicy one on the list. Wisdom. All right. Thank you so much, Queen. Anyone else who would like to share? Everyone will share. So who would like to go next? Don't make me pick you.
Bridget's going next.
Oh, Bridget. Go, Bridget, go.
I actually have 5.
Okay, girl. See what I'm saying? She right. She getting a star. See, she trying to get that star today. Give you a star, baby. Hold on. Go ahead. Tell us what it is.
Fully and completely be you with no apologies.
Baby.
Be
That's
me. Put me in there, not you.
okay. So fully and completely be me with no apologies. Follow your own path.
My own path.
Follow my own path. I'm getting there. Thank you, Queen Adu. Follow my own path and listen to my intuition and not others shoulds and expectations. Follow my own. Chase my dreams with no explanations. Don't be afraid to fail forward. Explore life more fully. And keep your dreams to yourself, or keep my dreams to myself. Sometimes we can accidentally abort our babies by telling our dreams to dream killers.
Ashe.
That's a word. That's a word. You hear me? Get away from the dream killers.
Yes.
They'll abort your dreams. They will abort your dreams. Run. Girl. That's a word this morning. I think that was 6 too, isn't it?
I think it was.
Girl, you got the chapters for your new book. That's all I heard. Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Danielle's hand was up also.
Who?
Danielle's hand was up also.
Okay, Danny.
I was I would say I'm definitely learning to balance it all. To balance it all. If that makes any sense. I know this past weekend they unveiled something called falling in love with yourself, with myself again. So I'm going to say that one, falling in love with myself again. I'm just gonna add that. That's the 2 that came up with me so far.
Thank you. Who's next? Who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay, Mama.
But wish I had known more about investment and savings again. Realizing that God has my back.
There go that other word, y'all.
I didn't have to do everything myself and figure out everything myself. And Yeah. And 3, there's no such thing as lack. Still learning that one. Had known more about vegan and plant-based diets and eating, you know. Number 5. I just wrote this. I
What,
wish I
girl?
had more sex.
Woo! Yes! Girl, my 40s has been dry. Like,
And just, explored more and knew what I wanted and was able to verbalize it. And yeah. There you go.
period. Well, you can still have all of those, especially that 5th one. You can still have it, honey. It's all about your choice, what you choose to do. I love it. Those are juicy, delicious ones.
Yeah, speaking of that, I was just talking to Bridget, who was a guest on here, that she's in January having a couples event, and it's about touching, and doesn't have to be your husband or whatever, but it has to be 2. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that with my honey bun. Some other ways to engage in sex are pleasure, let's say pleasure, sexual pleasure, and yeah, so so Mama Evelyn, get you a partner, girl. Come on, join.
Okay. Okay.
Get you a cutie pie.
Listen, Mama Evan, let me tell you something right now, okay? When you on this social media, you see some things that you probably aren't supposed to see. One of the things you see is that there's somebody for everybody. You got people out here that got partners in relationships, and you just like, how did it ever happen and why? It's just so amazing. But what I realized is that there's one fundamental difference between those people and myself. You know what that fundamental difference is? They believe they can have it, or they see themselves in a relationship. And I don't. That's why I ain't in one, right? See yourself when you're ready. You'll start to see yourself in a relationship. You'll want it. You'll desire it. And honey, let me tell you, that desire is what will attract. I'm telling you. Okay. You ain't got a man because you don't want one. Not because you can't attract one or you can't find one or there's not one available. You truly believe in the law of attraction. You truly believe in what this planet is about and what the energy frequency vibration. You truly believe that, man, the power of manifestation, then honey, boom, trust. You get yourself in alignment, you get yourself in that groove, and I promise you, you will have men falling out the sky, texting you all the time, because the ideas of how to meet those men will begin as you open up your heart chakra and open up your third eye. Now the universe can say, oh, this is what she wants. Oh, okay, we got her. Boom, boom. And it'll start spitting it out. But you don't want a man, so that's why you ain't got one. You really don't want sex. That's why you ain't got none.
Look at that face.
The face is priceless. The face.
The second part I do, but it's the, I don't know.
No, don't even say I don't know. Because the beauty about it, Mama Evelyn, you can create it however you want.
However you want it to be.
You got the aspects of whatever you want. So I'm like, if you just sit back and think about what it is that you truly desire, don't think about what you don't want. Think about what you want. What does it look like? How tall is he?
Lick my toes once a month.
Yeah, how attentive is he to you? You know, actually, you know what? And if you watch all the wonderful love movies and everything that be out there, they say, write a list of everything that you desire. in him and in the relationship. And that's it. That's it.
That's it.
Okay.
Write the list, put it under your pillow. I haven't done it yet because I already know what's gonna happen when I do. So I just let me make sure it's something I really want this time, honey, because you manifest some stuff you don't want, then you be mad. But yeah, girl, that's really all it's about, is you manifesting and what you really want and desire when you're ready. She like, I ain't ready, see? It's gonna come though when you're ready. All right, that was juicy and delicious. Who's next? Mommy Armani? Where you at? She in the dark. We see you though moving around in the shadow. Hey, lady.
Question again?
What is it that you wish you had known in your 40s?
How to listen better. How to capitalize on the power I had received at 40, and more intentional focused. That was it.
I'm curious about the capitalization of your power. What would that have looked like?
In my 40s, I realized I had a lot of power that I wasn't capitalizing on. And rather than being everywhere all the time for all the people, I would have been more intentionally focused, not all over focused. Yeah.
So it would have looked, when you say capitalize, I'm thinking commerce or entrepreneurship. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, because I didn't, it was like it was more like a crapshoot. I was learning how to do that, where I wasn't ready to capitalize yet, but I was getting my feet wet. That was the first part of my 40s, because the last part of my 40s, all bets was off and it was starting over again. So yeah. So the first part of my 40s, I wish I had knew what was coming for the last half of my 40s. I would have prepared more.
Very good. Okay, and then what version of that can you have now, or do you have now?
Oh, now I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it, and I can actually. I'm actually doing. I had started to do it in my 40s, in the beginning part of my 40s. I had started to do it, but I'm actually doing what that is now, which is a coach, teacher, spiritual teacher, minister. I'm actually doing it now.
Wonderful. Okay, very nice, very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I hope you all got something out of that. I certainly did. I just have to give my list. So the first thing on my list would be, I wish I had been better prepared for my spirituality to shift. I went into my 40s with a certain amount of wisdom and a certain amount of vibrato, like, oh, I have this figured out. And you do have it figured out when you hit 40. There is a certain power that comes over you, but you're not done. So I wish I had really stayed in that space of really accepting that this too is gonna pass, this too is gonna change, and just really prepared myself more for the changes of how I want it to be. And then definitely would have kind of want to echo what Bridget was saying, as far as knowing that you can't lose. You can't lose. There is no losing unless you choose it, unless you be like, I'm a loser. Like, other than that, there's no losing. There's no winning either. I had to learn that. There's no winning or losing. There's being. Be the best version of myself. Be the best version of my every day. What's the best version of myself I can be today? That's the best that I can do every day. I mean, because trying to figure life out and, oh, I'm going to do the right thing or I'm going to do the wrong thing, freaking out about that in your mind, worrying about if I'm doing the right or wrong thing, it was too much. And it's not the truest reality. It's not the truest version of life on the planet. Like it's a version of it, but it's not the truest version. Be worrying about right and wrong all day. Who got time for that? You know what I'm saying? So once I let that go, because any duality, yes, there are dualities. We know this, right? Up, down, left, right, cold, hot. There's dualities. We get it, right? However, there is also a constant, like everything is not a duality. There's some things that just are what they are. You're breathing, you're living. I mean, you're breathing, then the body is alive. There's no middle to that. You know what I mean? You're pregnant or you're not. The sun is gonna shine in the morning. Whether you see it or not is a different story, but the sun will shine every morning. You know what I mean? So there's some constants in life, you know, and then there's some dualities. But to really have understood that there is no winning, there is no losing, there's just being. And letting go of that idea that I have to win or lose, that I have to be right or wrong, that I have to, you know, that I'm either knowing or in ignorance, like, that's not, that's not where peace lives. You can't truly be at peace with yourself and constantly have this double-mindedness about it. It's not gonna work. It's not. You're gonna have to make a decision. And whatever that decision is, you're gonna have to stick to it. And it doesn't mean that you won't evolve out of the decision, but there's some things that, you know, they just are what they are. Like I say, there's an absolute truth, and then there's relative truth. The relative truth is, you know, me sitting here and saying the sun isn't shining. That's how I'm relating to the present moment. The sun's not shining right now. No, it's not shining. That's a relative truth, right? I don't like the sun. That's a relative truth. It relates to me, the individual, right? But then there's the absolute truth. The absolute truth, you cannot deny it. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It is what it is. Some people call it universal law. If you go outside in the sun, it's going to shine on you. That's an absolute truth, no matter how you feel about it. If you stand at the top of a building, no matter how much money you have, white, black, green, it doesn't matter who you are on the planet. If you step on the top of a building and you step off, the law of gravity is taking you out, period. There are some absolute truths that if we learn to live by them, stand by them, and acknowledge them and just accept them, then we can get a lot further in our quality of life. Because how long you're gonna be on the planet is no one's determination other than yours, you know, and the Most High. I mean, that's a conversation between you and the Most High. However, your quality of life, that's all up to us. That's up to us. You know, you can be living. One of the most fascinating stories to me is the story of Mandela and how he lived through all those years of being in prison, how strong mentally he had to be to find joy in those moments, to allow joy and happiness to well up in him in those moments. Phenomenal, phenomenal. That was his quality. He said, I'm gonna live a quality life, even in the pit of it, even in the belly of the beast. I'm gonna live a quality life. And that is what we choose. That's our gift and our power as gods and gods. You get to choose that, the quality of your life. I had a girlfriend one day, she said, I knew you was something different because I was having hard times and, you know, I only had a little bit of money and I needed to get groceries. And so I took my little 20, 30 little pennies, twos and fews, and I went down to Whole Foods. They had just opened up. and I bought, you know, some fresh fruits, veggies, whatever else I need, soy milk, whatever else I need. And my girlfriend, this was happened years ago, so she just told me this a few months ago. She was like, and I could not understand at the moment why you took your last $20 and you went to Whole Foods when you knew you had children to feed, and you could have went to the neighborhood market and got what you needed, more of what you needed for that $20. I didn't even realize I had done that until she mentioned it to me. And then I said, well, you know, well, for me, it's about the quality of the food. Not just the fact that, oh, I got $20, I can go buy up a whole bunch of cereal and milk and, you know, yeah, that's cool, but I don't feed my children like that. I feed them quality food. Whether I have $20 or $200, I'm gonna be looking for the best, the highest quality. You know what I'm saying? So our quality of life is our choosing. How long we gonna be on the planet, when we leave the planet, how we leaving the planet, it ain't up to none of us. I had a 6-month-old daughter leave the planet. So my idea of leaving the planet is probably different than most people. You know? But your quality of life, how well you live your life, that is completely up to you and in your choosing and in your power. Completely. So that is definitely something that I would have owned more of going into my 40s, leaving my 30s, going into my 40s. I would have owned that more. Like, girl, just be, and watch what happens. Watch how phenomenal God will show up and show out in your life when you get your little self out the way. Queen Aduni, get your little self out the way and allow the Most High to use you and to do what needs to be done through you. Because you really don't know what all that is, you know? One of the most powerful questions that I learned was from Michael Beckwith. What did he say? He posed this question in one of the audios that I listened to, and I apply it, and it just makes sense. What is it that I don't know? I don't know. Because there's always something that you don't know. But had you known, it might have changed some things, right? So start asking yourself that question, asking the Most High that question, asking the universe, your spirit guides, your guardian, whatever you into. I'm not here to judge, but ask. What is it that I don't know? I don't know. Show me that. That's stepping into that shadow, because that intrepidation builds up of the unknown. I don't know what that means. The unknown? Yeah, the unknown is a little unnerving. It's very scary at times. Yeah, I get it. I'm not here to tell you otherwise. All I'm saying is do it anyway. Do it scared, because you got to do it. So I definitely would have done that. And I also would have, I would have enjoyed the journey more. Like now I feel like I'm enjoying. Hey, Danielle, I see your hand. I'll get you in 1 second. Now I'm feeling the joy, but going into, I didn't feel the joy. It was, and I don't feel the joy all the time, you know, but I can feel it much more. The joy of life, the joy of living, the joy of service, the joy of it versus let me do this so that I can get to a place of joy. Let me show up like this and maybe it will give me the joy that I'm seeking. No, the joy has to come from here first and then you give that out. So I'm learning that as well. I wish I would have learned that earlier or sooner. Danielle, your hand is up, darling. Go for what you know, darling.
Well, I just want to tag along what you said about the quality, just enjoying the quality of life. One of the things I've learned of this trip is that I like a certain kind of quality. This time around, I flew on Spirit because it was the cheapest, but I also realized I don't like being nickel and dime for everything. My luggage, snacks, just everything. I've always flew on Delta. I always had the pleasure of flying on Delta, on the buddy pass system, being upgraded to first class, all of that. And I realized I like the service that Delta gives me. And I'm like, next time I fly, I'm flying Delta because I can bring 2 bags and not be charged like crazy. I can be serviced a bottle of water without being charged for it. there's a difference. Yeah, Spirit, the plane was clean, the staff was wonderful, but the incidentals, it's like, okay, I don't want to have to be charged for that. I'd rather just let that be included in the price. And let me just enjoy being served, period. I noticed there's a difference. And this past weekend, they also had, free liquor at the events. And I drank champagne all weekend long. I realize I'm a champagne kind of girl. I realized this. I'm like, oh, okay. So being able to find out what I like and unapologetically, I feel good that I don't have to explain why I like what I like. I just like what I like. That's it. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad that you said that, you said that earlier too, was like, I'm loving that I'm discovering this now. So next time around, I know exactly how I'm going to travel. And that's just me. My way I travel may not be the same way that, somebody else travels, but this is what I have to do to make sure that I'm enjoying the quality of life that I want to enjoy. I just wanted to add that out there.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, that's absolutely. Know what your quality is, honey, and live up to it. And that's on period. I love it.
Yes.
We got Mama Juanita in the building and Star. Oh, suck it now. So today we are talking about what I wish I knew in my 40s, honey. And we have had some really juicy stuff, some really juicy lists here. So how are you ladies? Please chime in and let us know how you are. Mama Juanita all bundled up out in these streets.
Yeah.
Is it cold outside? Where I'm at?
I don't know.
Cold outside?
I don't know. If it is, I don't feel it.
Where you at? You all bundled up?
I'm in the medical center. I'm at Carmanos. I'm just about
You
to head to my
looking
car.
good, girl.
Oh, you too. Thanks for being here with us and sharing all this goodness. Yes. So what
Thank you for joining. What is it that you wish you knew in your 40s? Give us 3 things you wish you knew when you turned 40 that you know now.
How to really appreciate the substance of what I'm involved in more so than the structure of it. How to really get into the deeper layers of me in the process of living, and to really, I really wish I had been more involved with my kids in terms of what was going on in their heads and their hearts, rather than just getting them to and from school, to and from dance, to and from this, to and from that, making sure they fed, making sure they got what they need, and make sure they got their homework done, make sure they know what they need to know. And I didn't get enough into their heads and their hearts because I wasn't into my own head and my heart. So, and then the other thing overall is to make sure that what it is that I value and what I feel good about is good for me and valuable to me.
Delicious. Expand and expound on that one.
Well, sometimes we get ourselves into things that feel so good and, it turns out to be not so good. It's just that simple, so to find myself in a place with people and things where our involvement is more mutually beneficial, and that means not just jumping out there and being available. Look what I can do for you. Wait and see, really what's in it for me too, and get them a chance to see what they want to be in it with me and for me, and appreciate what I am offering or what I could offer enough to value it and me. Yeah. Wish I had learned it in my 40s. Glad to be learning it now.
Right, that part.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back into listening mode as I walk my way to the car. And thank you so much for allowing me to share that. I love y'all.
Love you too.
Oh, we love you too. Thank you for sharing, for always being here, chiming in.
I'm
And that was some
listening.
delicious stuff. That was delicious, girl. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad it could add something to something.
That was delicious stuff. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, my love.
Miss Star, what's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. There go that smile. We all love that smile.
It's good to see you.
You too. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be seen.
I'm sitting here trying to remember my 40s.
Girl, it ain't been that long. Don't play yourself. Girl. Well, you looking good then.
I'm really trying to remember my 40s.
Yeah, go on up in there. Remember, what would you want someone to know going into their 40s? What do you think would be a valuable lessons for them to know?
To not waste time in not living your life. Don't be so caught up in the negative things. Learn to forgive and let go. Whatever it is that has you bound and chained up, it's not worth it. Like you said before, we don't know how long we have to be here. Treat people right. If you're upset with somebody, let it go.
Pam, make this personal. The I, not teaching us, but what you like. I would that.
Yeah, more personal.
Okay, personal.
It could be the same thing, but it's just you.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, exactly what I said for in reference to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I hadn't been so chained up, that I had let go of a lot of things. I'm not sure why I didn't. I wish I really knew how to live life and not been so busy concentrating on wanting to leave it. I think for the most part, that's it. What I know now and what I didn't know then, there's a big difference. And I feel much better now than I did then. However, I don't regret any of it because it has caused me to be who I am now. So even though I don't really remember my 40s at the moment, it'll take me a minute. It's like when somebody tells me a secret and they say, don't tell anybody, then I act like they never told me. So when they bring it up, I say, well, you got to give me a minute because I packed it away, so I got to go find it.
Yeah, so and if they weren't that enjoyable to you because of what you were experiencing, then yeah, you probably did pack them far away.
Yeah.
And go over there. But what you gave us was delicious, so I'm here for it. It was good.
Thank you.
So thank you.
I like your hair.
Thank you, girl. Just trying something new. You know what I'm saying? Might be looking different next week. Might be looking different. You know, just play with it. I ain't got nothing else to play with. Play with my hair. Hair and makeup. That's my thing. Thank you. So, ladies, so what is it? One last question. This is the final contemplation. What is it that you would like to share with your future self? What is it that you know right now in this moment that if you were having a conversation with yourself, your 10-year-old, go forward 10 years. So that means if you are in your 40s, you're going to go to your 50-year-old self. If you are, 47, you're going to go to your 57-year-old self. If you are 68, you're going to go to your 78-year-old self. And what is it that you would tell that future version of yourself based off of what you know right now? What is it that you want your future self to know and be aware of that you are aware of right now? So for instance, I'm 48. So what I would want my 58 self to know or to remember is to keep moving. Exercise, like now I exercise, I dance, I do all of that. I want my future self to remember that, take mental note of that. So that when I'm 58, I won't be saying, I wish I knew. I'll be saying, I've been doing this for 10 years. Right? So what message, what jewel of wisdom do you have right now that can actually serve your future self? Go ahead and think about that or write that down. What is it that you know right now that you want to pass on to yourself, 10-year older self?
Just what you said. I agree.
Keep moving.
I agree. Yeah.
No matter what. I don't care what's happening, girl. Move the arms, something. Blink the eyes, move. How you stay alive.
Blink the eyes.
Do something, honey. Just don't go lethargic. Just keep moving. That's the number one piece of advice that I've gotten from every elder. I've like from someone like who's in their 70s or their 80s, like really, really advanced in their golden years. When I ask them, what is your key? What is like, how do you stay youthful and young? They all say the same thing. Never stop moving. Keep moving. Do the gardening. Take your dog for a walk. Clean your house. Like keep in motion. Because as soon as you slow down and you stop, you already know what time that is. Time for the anybody else? What would you like your future self to know?
I made certain promises to God, and so I would tell my future self to continue on the path, continue doing what you said you would do because of who I made the promises to. And just continue to be who I am, and like you said, and going forward to more of what God said that I am.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. In 10 years, Pam. Ooh. Star. In 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, I like good stuff coming. Who else is next? What do you want your future self to know? Or I just had a new way of phrasing the question. What is it that you would like to congratulate your future self for accomplishing? Ooh, that was even better.
Yeah, that one, that's a good one.
You like that one? Okay.
Yeah.
So you can answer the previous question, which was, what would you tell your future self? What would be the word of advice? Or you can go deeper. And what is it you would congratulate your 10-year future self? What is it that you want to congratulate her for doing over these next 10 years?
Can I go?
Oh yeah, you jump back on the screen, honey. Hey.
So that was going to be my answer to that original question. That I would congratulate myself for all that I've accomplished in the past 10 years, and I let myself know that now's the time to enjoy the fruit of your labors. You don't have to grind so hard. You've sown the seeds, they're growing, and you can spend this time, these years of wisdom, just sowing into your young grandkids, great grandkids, whatever they are by then, and enjoy them.
Yeah.
Enjoy them. Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations. Such an
Yes.
agreement.
Hallelujah. Thanks for helping us bring this out.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thanks for helping us bring this out.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank the Most High, because honey, that was a download. Like, yes. All right. What else? Who else? Who else we got here? Okay, Queen. Let us know. What are you congratulating your 10-year future self, or what is it you would like your 10-year future self to know?
Well, so 78, 79. I'm 69. 79.
Yep. Maybe 79.
I'm congratulating myself for standing up and receiving an award for sports that I love, and I am able to go in with a team or something and we win. Like I like basketball, and I like volleyball, and the track. I would love to be more in the sports world of so that means that my body is healthy and that I'm eating right and all of that. Now I would also like, my star is that I have people who serve me and in all kind of ways. So like when I come home, there's soup. I love hot soup and cornbread. When I come home every day, it is some soup there. And I can smell it when I walk in the house. That's what I want. That's the 78-year-old woman, not 79. You had that 8 on there, and I want to ride on that 8. Okay. I'm so excited about being in my 70s. That my knowledge of who I am spiritually, who I am culturally, who the insurance of me and my power, and that I am a powerful leader, and the evidence of that is there. And of course, my visions and dreams, all of my babies are in movement and growing. 78, yes, I am preparing to totally and I'm traveling all around the world, just experiencing all kinds of new people. And I could just, I have a room. That's the have. I have an art room where all my stuff, I can just go in there and do, and it's nice size. It's not a little room. It's a lot, tables and stuff all around. I can go over here and work on this art and that and that and that. And 78, and me and my husband are swinging on the chandelier.
Get that freak on.
And we understand our bodies in the sense that it doesn't have to be always like this. It could be all other things that, because we touch each other all the time. So we enjoy that, but oh my God, all the things that we don't know. Yeah. And I am very, matter of fact, let's go here. I got a Grammy for my music, me and Philip's music.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with it. Okay, period.
Yes. And we are acknowledged for what we can do for others. Not just we make music, but we can do jingles for people, and we can, all of that kind of stuff. So yes. And my family, we come together once a month to be together all who strayed, got mad at each other, all that, we have come to one thing where we agree to come together once a month and be one with one another and celebrate one another. That's my 78 girl. She's kicking butt. She's flying all over the
79.
world. 79.
79.
That's my 79 going into 80 girl.
I
Yes,
love it.
yes, yes. And I teach
That's
with
great.
assurance. I teach with
Mhm.
assurance. Whether I have that knowledge or not, I know that knowledge is going to be there when it's needed to come out. So, and me and the Holy Ghost, we just like, yeah, me, yeah.
I love it, love it, love it, love it. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Who is next? Well, Danyelle, Mama Omani, what's up? Who else I haven't heard from? Mama Evelyn.
Omani had to go.
Oh, bye, Omani. Mwah. All right, Danyelle, you want to share? Bridget or Evelyn?
I think I've been.
No, I said what you said, moving.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Go ahead, Danny.
I mean, I pretty much wrote down what everybody was saying was relevant. To keep moving. Oh, I put down keep practicing self-care and keep practicing my faith.
Mm-hmm.
That's I mean, that's 10 years from now. But if I keep doing these principles, I could be that super sexy senior at 60 and 70 and 80.
Yes, honey.
So, keep keep up with the health and wellness. That's key.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is
love
key.
it. And the light is very giving, honey. The light, your light is giving. The light and then the skin and then it's glowing. Like it's very giving, honey. I just want to say. Very giving.
Thank
Go
Mhm.
ahead,
Thank you.
Danielle. Still 60 at 80.
Yes.
Go on, girl.
It's
Yes.
giving.
That's the goal. These people like Ernestine, I can't think of her last name, but the 80-year-old bodybuilder.
That's right.
Chef Babette at 70. Oh yeah, Queen of Food. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Y'all setting the precedence of this is what I want later on. So we gonna keep that up. That's what we're gonna do.
That's love it, love it, love it. All right, Miss Bridget. Oh, that's a pretty picture, Mama Evelyn. All right, Miss Bridget.
All right. The first thing that I would tell myself is keep moving forward in all of the areas of your life.
Yeah.
Not just one or two, but all the areas of your life.
My life.
Of my life. Thank you. Of my life. I would thank myself for listening to the Holy Spirit and God's still small voice, because Precious Night Events is not mine, it's actually his. He gave me that at 3 o'clock in the morning. The whole name, the whole outline of it, and following what he placed down in me to do. Because 5 years before I formed this company, I called a friend of mine and said, I just made a reservation at the Rooster Tail to go and walk around the Rooster Tail. Come go with me. And we went down to the Rooster Tail, and I walked into the Rooster Tail, and I had a conversation with the owner and those women as though I owned it. And I really just spoke the vision. I stood in that ballroom and told them I wanted to create a supper club that brought in jazz artists from all over. And it would end up being black tie affairs, and mapped out the whole thing and walked out. And they gave me their cards and, oh, call us, let us know when you're ready, and blah, blah, blah. As I've been working events. My instructor has been mentoring me. I've been back to the Rooster Tail 5 times this year and had conversations with the owner and his son again. They don't remember I was that woman that came down there. So I would thank myself for listening to the Father's still small voice and following his vision of the supper club that brings all his children together from all walks of life over food, wine, and good music.
I love it.
The other thing that I would tell myself is love your body as a belly dancer. I've been a belly dancer for years.
Hey.
And I've been to many, many conventions with women who are Black women who are 80 years old, who've been belly dancing since they were teenagers, who've been to Egypt, who've been all over the Middle East, who've been to parts of Africa and the Sudan and everything. And I would tell myself, embrace who you are as a dancer, love who you are as a dancer, and never release that, because that's your power. When we dance, there's just something about that. So that is what I would also tell myself.
I love it. I love it. Good. You carry, Bridget, you have the energy, or you carry the aura of you put me in the mind of Shonda Rhimes and Oprah Winfrey.
That is funny because I've had for years. I used to have a boss who would always say, I don't understand why when people talk to you, they open up and they tell you everything. I'm like, I have no clue. I'm just, but I have that even in my work. People will call me and they'll go, I don't know why I'm telling you this. And they'll just pour out and tell me everything. I've prayed with people I don't know that I never speak to again. So I accept that and I appreciate that and I receive that. And I think of it as that's one of the gifts that he's given. One of the many gifts.
Yes, you definitely carry that energy about you.
Mhm.
Boss lady.
Mhm. I would also like to throw this in here, is that my 79 going into 80, I have no concern about manifestation. None. I'm not around lack. I know that everything that I need will show up as it's needed. So.
Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
And I mean, I walk in the power and the evidence of that. That's what, yeah. Yeah. Hum.
I love it. All right. Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. I appreciate you. Touch and agree with all of you for everything that you have shared. May it come to pass. May it come through in fruition. Whatever it is you don't know. I pray that it's brought to you and that you remember to remember what it is that you share. Remember to remember it of what it is that you share. But it's out in the universe now, honey. So it's on period anyway. I'm gonna put a period on it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And what would I tell myself? I always try to skip myself. No, you're gonna throw yourself up in here. So I will congratulate my 58-year-old self for being successfully retired from all of my businesses and just kicking it with my grandchildren, traveling the world. I congratulate myself on getting through single motherhood, not just getting through it, but getting through it with successfully and getting through it, setting a new standard for other single moms. So yeah, that's what I will be congratulating myself for doing at 58. Yeah, yes, honey, you can have the world. You can live your best life, even as a solo parent, which is a whole new experience, but you can definitely do it. So by 58, I would have written my books. They would be bestsellers, you know. have my retreats and my conferences, you know, not mine. Let me be very clear about that, but the outpouring of the experiences that I've had. So I'm excited about that. That's the thing. So I'm so glad that we have this platform, that we're able to share, that we're able to give to each other the way we have. I love each and every one of you for participating, being fully present. I noticed a difference today. Fully present and available. Y'all all did that. And so I'm really grateful. I pray that the meditation served you well and that you will take time out of your day, every day, to do what you did today. You don't have to sit in a certain position. You don't have to, have certain tools and music playing and be in a lotus position and all of that. No, you need to make a conscious decision that I'm going to be present and available in the next 5 minutes for only this moment. That's the only thing I'm available for, is to be present, for the Most High to use me, for the Most High to speak to me. I'm going to be present and available. Think of it like this. When you give yourself that 5 minutes to be conscious, to meditate, to really be mindful, I want you to lean in as if the Most High is about to tell you a secret. You really want to get in the present moment? That's the easiest way to do it. Stop, breathe, because that breath signals to the brain that we're shifting. So you take a breath, and then you lean in with your attention, as if the Most High is about to tell you the most delicious secret you could ever want to hear. You just breathe. You just lean into that. And you focus. You just lean in. You're about to be told something so juicy. Or you ask a question and then you lean in. You can do that also. You ask the question of what it is you really want to know for that moment, and then lean into the answer. As if the universe is about to give you the secret key to your life, which they are. They're giving you the secret key to that question. Right? So lean in, be more present, be more available. Our present moment and being in the present moment is how to experience God. Not going to church, even though there's nothing wrong with that. Not going on these spiritual sabbaticals, even though there's nothing wrong with that. Not, indoctrinating yourself into becoming a nun or a monk. Nothing wrong with that. However, practice the power of the present moment, because you can go into all of those different spaces where you want to experience God, but God is an experience within. And when you own that, because you can be in those spaces and still not be in the presence of God. So own that the presence of God is with you no matter what. So when those spaces and those places are not available, you don't feel lost. You don't feel disconnected. You don't feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh, I didn't do this. Or you don't have to go into that space, because the Most High is with you wherever you are. The Most High is as close to you as your breath. Now try to move around when you got somebody as close to you as your breath. So I want you to own that. I want you to sit in that, live in that, be in that, breathe in that, enjoy that, okay? And we are going to enjoy this wonderful week. I'm sure you got something that you needed. I pray that you got something that you needed. Bridget, I would love to stay in touch with you and find out more about your event. So I'll get your contact information from Queen Aduni. I would love to stay in touch. Danyelle Claxton. Thank you so much for being here, darling. Your presence is always welcome. So thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. And what this is teaching me and all of us is that we can do anything, anywhere.
Period.
Thanks to the internet. I love that. And I fly in tonight, so I'm coming home. I'll be home tonight, bringing all this wonderful back with me. So I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yes, you looking good, girl. I knew either that Texas, that when you leave Detroit, honey, it'd just be a whole new vibe. You look great. Yeah, you look great. All right, so thank you all so much for being here. Remember, next week is Hallows Eve. So just for a little fun, allow the kid in you to come out. And if you want to dress up, you can dress up. If you want to paint your face, you can paint your face. It's all in fun. So please don't take it too serious. Oh, I didn't celebrate Halloween. Okay, girl. You can still have some fun, even though you don't celebrate it.
Celebrate being alive.
How about that? Celebrate the
Yes.
their childlike nature. Tap into your childlike nature. Okay. All right, that's what we're gonna do next week. So I look forward to seeing your costumes. I don't know what I'm gonna wear, but I'm gonna wear something cute though. So yeah, let's hug on ourselves. Let's love on ourselves. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Love on yourself, honey. And then you're gonna go ahead and open that arms. To open your arms to the one who loves you. And you're gonna love on everybody out here in this world, honey. You're gonna send that vibration out, honey. Yes. Yes. Enjoy that. Yes. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you.
Love you too.
Bless you
And
all.
Bye-bye.
Love you all.
Peace and prosperity.
Likewise.